All right. Good evening and good night, and welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. My name is David, aka Kimba, aka Christian, alongside
Campbell Carter.
Yes, sir, Soup. Here we are back again on a Tuesday, doing our thing, man. This is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until some Fridays, some Saturdays, and even some Sundays, you know. We got a telephone number, Soup, 340-201-9005. You can also text us on that number as well. Most importantly, you have to go to our website, streaming live from the vi.com. Go to that website, streaming live from the vi.com, and you will see us tonight. We also have email. Hit us up at streaming live from the vi at yahoo.com. Send us an email. Let us know what you think, how we doing. We do have a guest tonight, Ramon Richardson. There he is right there. Hail out the crowd. You're streaming out right now.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming by. We're going to get back with him just in a few minutes here. Just want to continue on and say here real quick that we are streaming live from the high-tech, low-tech studio, coming to you from an undisclosed location here in the beautiful island of St. Croix, Virgin Islands. No radio, no TV, internet only. You got to go to our website, streaming live from the vi.com, to see this show tonight, tomorrow night, and moving straight forward and up. All recorded live shows are on YouTube and Ustream.tv. Just search for our channel, It's Your Perspective Talk Show, and you'll see many shows. Soup, I think we're approaching 150.
Yes, sir.
And we got about 12 to 15 on Ustream.tv. Just go on that website and search for the channel, and you'll see us talking to many people, all capacities in life, you know. 2 Facebook pages, It's Your Perspective Talk Show, and 1 for the website, streaming live from the vi.com. I want to give a shout out to CHS, class of 1982, Vanessa Rhythms, and I-Grade Records, Julie and Sharice King. Big ups to y'all. We hope to see you guys back soon. Vanessa should be here any day now. And all our past guests, thanks for coming out and supporting us and what we do here. Just trying to be informative about what we do. VI Perspective is how you get a hold of us on Twitter. Tweet with us. And we're moving straight forward and up. The show's mission is to inform, entertain, and empower everyone. And as always, Soup blesses the show with the It's Your Perspective poem. Soup, you ready?
Yes, I.
All right, man. Bless that mic, man.
I'd like to say a big shout out to my son, Judah Selassie. Today is his 17th birthday. Big up yourself, Judah. Make you live to see many more.
That's it, man. Bless up.
Rastafari lives, one perfect love. The greatest secret in life is that reality is nothing more than illusion. The physical world does not exist outside of our own belief system and the filter of our own mind. We are, in fact, subparticles of Jah experiencing creation itself. But as subparticles of Jah, we have swayed over these creation. Everything you have experienced in life, every event, occurrence, object, and person is nothing more than a figment of your own thoughts, beliefs, and words. The problem is, most of us are still asleep. When you understand this, your entire world shifts and you come to realize the true meaning of life is thus, like a lucid dream. We have total control.
Yes, I Soup. That's the It's Your Perspective poem.
Yes,
and our guest tonight, Ramon, you're hearing this for the first time. What does it tell you, man?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of higher level type of minds around here, you know what I mean? It's very deep.
Yeah, man.
Deep stuff.
Yeah, Soup's been blessing us from April of last year. Continues to do it every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, some Fridays, some Saturdays, and even some Sundays, man. So, Ramon, thank you for coming out tonight, man. I ran into you about a month ago, and you told me that you make movies, man. So I said, man, come on our show, and here you are, man. So thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for supporting me that day.
Yeah, man. That's what we do here, you know.
All right.
We're just trying to big up anybody that's doing some positive stuff, and you doing it. So we gotta have you on the show, you know.
All right.
So let's talk movies and what you've been doing and that kind of stuff. You know, just tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started in this, and some of your projects and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I stated before, my name is Ramon Richardson. I'm a local filmmaker. I'm the executive producer of The Angels of the Tongue. You know, It's about how powerful words could be, depending on what you say, how you say it, and who you say it to. You know, and the storyline is about an honorably discharged veteran, Carl Cedric, come back to St. Croix. You know, things don't go as planned initially. He's hunting work, stuff like that, trying to keep his relationship afloat. And then some old friend of his that, you know, different, that living a different lifestyle, who enters his life asking for help, you know, and then you'll start to see the symbolism of dangers of the tongue.
Okay.
You know?
So you did that whole thing here?
I filmed the whole thing on St. Croix.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about like maybe, you know, some of the scenes, some of the actors, you know, where the shots were done, that kind of stuff.
I was in different parts of the island. I did some scenes down by the you know, Frederickstead fish market. You know, that was one of the main backdrops for the character of Loco and Diggs. That was like their setting.
Okay.
You know, and then when one of the other characters came into play, which is Jarice, you know, we did those scenes in Harborview.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Yeah, I try to, since, you know, I'm an indie company, I try to keep everybody close to their neck of the woods.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was like a one camera operation, or this was like a multi cameras?
At first, you know, at starting out, I had different camera teams, but eventually it was just like a one camera.
Okay.
One camera shoot.
Okay.
You know. Then I started to learn about angling and positioning and, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, and my characters, they really make it really easy for me to direct.
Okay.
You know, like for instance, the character Alana Jack to play, you know, I told her that, you know, she gonna end up poisoning the other character Jarice. So I didn't tell her what to wear. I just tell her, just, you know, just do you. And, you know, she showed up with the chain with a poison medallion, you know, which was very thoughtful and on point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. She's ready to act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So
So what got you into this? I mean, you know, early on, I mean, was this something that you always wanted to do, or I mean, how did it come about?
one day I was reading a study Bible, and you know, I was in the book of James, and, you know, since I study Bible, I kind of like, you know, break down everything, you know, you getting ready to read before you read it. So there was like a little preface heading that said dangers of the tongue, and I kind of, you know, catch my attention, and, you know, right away,
Yes, sir.
you know, ideas just start to
Come in.
to come in my head, and, you know, I start to like just start to, you know, start writing a screenplay.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I said, wait a minute, you know, I in the Bible, you know what I mean? I get this great idea. Fine, let me just keep going with it.
Yes, sir.
You know, so at first I just wanted to just write, and then I would get all the other parts. You
Okay.
know, so what happened was things really start. At first it was like water mouth. I was running around my neighborhood. Hey, you know, I got a script. I can't ready to do this script, man. You know, let's do this thing. But things really start to set in motion when the St. Croix Avis gave me a story.
Oh, okay.
You know, so as soon as it in the newspaper now, they really, you know, set a different outlook.
tone. Yes, sir.
Wow, it in the newspaper, and then, you know, now, you know, the cameraman.
That you were doing this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I remember walking up to the Champagne Catch and Rest, you know, and they hooking me up. And next year, no, I ain't in the newspaper. Next year, no, I getting phone calls.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes,
I
sir.
said, okay, you know, time to, you know,
Time to put
let's get this thing going.
Emotion.
You know, so, you know, like at first I was more, you know, dealing with the script, and I'll get a cameraman, you know, and then I'll get the actors.
Right.
And of course, since, you know, I said, well, let me go with a momentum.
Yes, sir.
And everybody coming. And then, of course, you know, I guess, to be honest with you, you know, the newspaper was like a strong symbol.
Okay.
Movie, that's something big.
Big, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So now these professionals are coming around me, you know, who been doing this probably. Some of them, you know, when I was before even band, some of them, you know, teachers of mine
Yes.
in school,
Yes.
and you know, I try to learn as lot because you know, as time passed, I started to lose certain elements of my production.
Right.
So I end up picking up the camera,
Okay.
you know, and
okay.
actually, you know, I end up doing some of the editing, you know, and then you know, some of the acting as well.
Yes.
You know, but you know, I had no regrets. You know, I had a lot of fun,
Right.
and you know, on the outside looking in is different from when you're on the inside looking up.
That's right. That's right.
Two different
Yeah,
views, you know.
you know, I figure when the movie's done, I'm gonna sell it for $3 million and pay everybody, and we're gonna live happy ever after. We're gonna
Yes,
make our
sir.
next movie.
Yes. Sir.
And the movie done, and now I learning that okay, now the movie's done. What are you gonna do next? So I tried the festival route, and the more I studied, and the more I realized, well, actually right now I doing phase 2, which
Right.
is distribution,
Okay.
and that's a whole new
Different ball game.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
you know, and I don't mind doing it.
Right.
You know, I'll do what it takes to you know to keep the ball moving.
Yeah.
You know,
But let me ask you. So you said the Avis came to you, and then how far along were you in writing the movie? I mean, how far were you already done, or is it like in the middle?
from what I remember, I had about 33 pages.
Okay.
And being that you know it was self-taught, I didn't get caught up into the official screenplay rules and regulations.
Okay.
Meaning that I think in the official like one page is like a minute,
Okay.
and a feature film is an hour and 20 minutes. So you know that's the X amount of pages
Pages
you
that
need
you
to
have
have.
to
have,
So I said to myself, you know what? When I doing it, a paragraph might be 2 pages worth of film time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know, because a paragraph might entail more than one element to the script.
Sure, right.
You know, and then the next step was, of course, once I go to my actors and actresses and ask them to play a part. Eventually, they fed into their character so perfectly, it spoiled me. I stopped working with the script. I would say, look, this is what I need. You just make sure you cover, you know, this aspect.
Yes.
And don't try to remember your lines, because you know sometimes you know that'll happen when they're thinking about the lines. You have to you know retake and
You
reshoot.
shoot, right.
So I
right.
said, well, just
Just let
cover
it
the
flow.
basics and just
Let it flow.
pretend me in the hair. And
Okay. So Ramon, was this your first project like this you embark on, or you had did something previously before or what?
as far as filmmaking, yeah, that was my first one. You know,
Okay.
as you know, like I said, I was just at home one day, you know, reading a study Bible. You know, at that point in time in my life, this is like the script is copyrighted in 2006. So
Oh, so it's been around, the script has been around a while.
yeah, the
Okay.
script. You know,
Okay.
so we're in 2015 now. So you know, back at that time, you know, I was like in the employment side of things.
Right.
Like trying to make sure I have a steady job first, and then
Right.
take this on. But then eventually, you know, it came about to where this is all I'm doing.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you know, and I kind of, you know, like okay, fine. Well, this is it. Now I started a non-profit company. You know, basically doing the same.
Doing
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I kind of just evolved into sticking with a filmmaking thing.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So you wrote the script, and Avis talked to you, and then what as you move forward from there, what is happening with you now?
Well, right now, April is gonna make a year since I signed a contract with Dish Network. So, I'm thinking about reapproaching the situation with some lawyers.
Okay.
You know,
When you say you sign a contract in reference to the movie,
yeah, like to play nationwide on Dish Network. You
okay.
know,
Has it been doing it?
the last time I communicated with the individual, he said the movie should have played twice by now. So I'm like, well, should have
Price
by
that
now, but
is not.
per the contract stated certain things. If that happened, certain things was gonna happen. So I know, and I don't want
To mash
So-
nobody's toes.
Yeah, so I said, well, let me respond with some legal help, and maybe that might reinforce
Right.
what's going on.
Okay.
You know, and I realizing that, you know, this business, like a lot of other business, you know, sometimes it's not friendly. You know,
Definitely.
like, yeah, like, you know, information is out there now. So I was looking for 3 things in a contract, which is do not sign exclusive rights,
Right.
meaning that
You give them.
you sign exclusive,
Your rights are done.
they have full control of distribution.
Right.
But the but is, if you give them exclusive, hopefully they give you
Compensation.
some money up front, you know. So I learned the difference between exclusive, non-exclusive, and then I started to learn about put a cap on the fees, because they could take your movie and say, hey, you only made $3 this month because all these fees, you know, you have to share it too.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So a little different things I was learning on the side. That way, when a distributor approaches me with a contract, I say, look, you know, can you make it this? Can we make it that? You know, and then I say, at the end of the day, you know, let me just, you know, get some legal entities involved, and maybe that might reinforce certain things.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, tell us like some of the I guess the actors that are in there. Can you say that, or
Which one?
the movie you just your
Tears
first,
of the
Dangers of the Tongue?
yeah, Dangers of the Tongue.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, the star, Vanessa Hamilton. You know, and I learned, from a business perspective, you gotta put somebody's face that's like the most recognizable. You know, so back then, you know, when we hooked up, she was riding high off of the College Hill.
College Hill, yes.
So I said, you know, with respect, you know, her face gotta be the biggest.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna remember. They'll remember her.
Right.
You know, and of course, we got Amy Rodriguez. You know, probably can't see too good. He's also in it. He played the hitman. They have Scavinci from Odyssey Entertainment, who played in The Gambler. We had Lorna Jack, who played the hit woman.
And these are all local actors here in St. Croix.
Yeah, right here on St. Croix.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
right here on St. Croix.
Okay. Okay.
So,
how has the community responded to Dangers of the Tongue? They loving it, they hating it.
80% is a lot of support.
Okay.
Like when I first started, people were just supporting it. Kind of like, wow, movie, you did the movie.
Yeah, that's
and
how it took me. That's how it took me.
They will buy it, and then they'll come back and say, hey, that's not my type of film, but I was just glad to see you trying a thing out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Yes,
mean? So initially,
but what did they think it was though? If they thought it wasn't what they thought it was, what did they think it was? Some kind of romance novel or something?
well, even though I have rated R on it, you know,
Okay.
I guess at first, you know, on a typical day in St. Croix, at the time, who's gonna walk up to you and say, hey man, I'm a local filmmaker, I did a movie.
Yeah. Okay. I
You know,
understand.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, you know,
Yes,
here,
sir,
here,
yes, sir,
yeah.
yes,
So of
sir.
course it was like, yeah, and then of course, you know, there's always I put myself out in public on purpose, because there's always gonna be those few that say, hey, you know what's going on here? Are you really talking about this? You really talking about that? I'm like, no, this is something I made up.
Right,
You know, there's
right,
a lot of there's 30% of the script did not get shoot
Okay.
Oh, really?
behind the
Okay.
scenes, and I have to improvise.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you know, and coincidentally, I got inspired by the Bible. I know to get the most flack from the Christians. You know, yeah, you know, because you know the Bible is deep, and yeah, it looked like it got some people that only read the the sweet side, you know, the happy-go-lucky side, you know, and then forget about all the other elements that's attached to
with it. Yes.
So when they say, hey, you know, it's rated R, hey, I don't deal with that, I don't deal with this, I don't deal with that, and I said, no disrespect, but you know, didn't they beat Jesus Christ up and down the street? You know, wasn't he violently tortured? You know, and that's the savior we talking about. Look what happened to him.
Look what happened to him. Yeah.
You know, I ain't trying to you know, cast a cloud on your sunshine.
Right.
But we, you know, let's talk reality.
Yes,
you know, the Bible is full of rated R.
Definitely.
You know,
From start to end. You know, so.
Yeah. So that was that movie, and you did some others too, right?
Yeah, I have Life at Truck School. That's a horse racing documentary, and
what made you do that?
yeah, just, you know, back when you know, Dennis Bro, I met him and I said, yo, I'm a filmmaker. You know, at that time I was doing a lot of local videos. I was trying to find like a steady home, because I wasn't working at the TV stations no more. You know, I tried to cockfighting arena out, you know, and so I went to the track, introduced myself to Mr. Brown, tell him what I could do, and he gave me a chance, you know, and I said, well, a few years passed, and I said, well, let me do a documentary, you know, because I like to film.
Yes,
you know, and I figure, well, a lot of spectators will show up, have fun, and go home, not realizing that to some people in the horse racing field is actually a full-time job.
Full-time job, yeah.
You know, so I said, well, let me show, you know, let me show this side, you know, and of course I put a little bit of the footage in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got Life at Truck School, and even, you know, as we speak, I've spoke to several you know distributors, and I said, well, let me just, you know, get some legal people involved to make sure, you know, it get put out the correct way. But you could check it out online. You know, just Google Life at Truck School, and they'll take you, you know, to the site where you could rent it and stream it.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
like what is it about though? I mean, is it about the obviously horse racing and the horsemen and that kind of stuff, or is there like a story? There's more like a story to it.
Well, I didn't really do like a straight storyline, because I was trying to make it appealing to the average person that's not into horse racing.
Okay.
Because I got to fall back on the rule of making a film or a documentary.
Right.
Who's it for? Who is your intended audience?
Yes, sir.
So I know on a small island there's only so much horsemen. So how I gonna put it into his hand, her hand, this other person's hand who don't care about horse racing? Because I gonna meet that one night out there trying to sell.
Yes.
So I gotta be ready and say, hey, check this out. You might not be the average person that care for horse racing, but this is what it did. Ain't no got horse all the way through. You might see like you will see us standing at 10 sleepless nights.
Okay.
You know, you'll see the high school band them when they're performing.
Okay,
you know,
so it's a little,
little
VI culture in it.
Correct.
Okay.
That way it could kind of keep them, you know, a little enlightening and a little into it. And then I would throw in some classic horse racing.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, and sometimes, you know, I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. I might catch two horse owners going at it, you know, doing a documentary,
yes.
and I'll follow it up with a race,
right?
So you can see who actually back the talk up, you know. But what I really liked the most about that was when I got the young, at the time they were like in junior high school. I think they're in high school now. Rashidi Knight and Michael Joseph. You know, I'm really glad that I got them involved,
right?
Because, you know, they were young, and other young people could see it and say, well, I could put my energy into doing this.
Yes.
You know, they took me to the barns and the stables and was talking about the strengths and weaknesses of the horse, and they really you know, they gobble it up. You know, they wasn't afraid of the mic, they wasn't afraid of the camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? They was really, you know, taking charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
So are you an actor yourself, or you just producing?
Well, in a perfect world, I would like to just write the script and have the cameraman film, have the editor edit and stuff like that. But for now, just starting out, I'll do whatever it takes to complete a project.
Okay.
So, in the documentary, that was more, I could have stayed more on the producing side.
Okay.
Just film, edit, And now my next movie, they're working on The Womanizer. Once again, this next movie is going to be more challenging. Even though I got the respect that I could do a movie, the second movie is going to be more challenging because, like I said, for the first movie, me included, thought I'd have been a millionaire once it's done. So I ain't going to be that easy this time, getting all this help. You know what I mean? People are giving me their support, but all of the free stuff and the, stuff like that, I got really
stuff that's free.
I gotta be creative and get a budget ready.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? And so far it's been good. Like I was able to do a scene with a SAG affiliate, and that situation was very interesting to me because I push contracts. To me, a contract is a contract, whether on paper or verbal. Right. So I met this, I knew her for a while from the first movie. And I gave her the contract, and shooting there now, she tell me about this, have an affidavit, to adhere to
the contract.
To the screen actors rules.
Right.
So I said, well, I don't know what the rules are. So let me see what the rules are first. Right. But as soon as we rehearsed and I saw how dynamic she was, how powerful she was, I said, I gotta step my production game up. I just signed. Where the sign?
Yes.
Because that's when I saw this is a SAG. This is difference between, don't get me wrong, the people I recruit on the road are good. But you could see the difference of somebody's trained in reading a script. It could transform into the character you want them to be.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's the Screen Actors Guild.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So there's a like a Virgin Islands chapter of that, or is it like a St. Croix chapter?
No, I don't think we have any. I just speaking off the top of my head. I don't think we have any official liaisons here.
Okay.
But we do have people that's in those entities, and they're on the island.
Okay.
So they might hear you. You're doing something, and they might
come out and want to
come by and give you a little knowledge. And when I looked up the guilds, of course, there's some fees to get in.
Okay.
I think the Directors Guild is a couple $1,000s.
Wow.
There's benefits attached to it.
Okay.
Okay.
But do you once you're a member of this, I mean, does that mean that you get like first pick for movies, or how does that work? I mean,
the little bit I've been learning from the SAG actress is she's an actress, so she gets calls like, hey, would you be available to do the shoot, to do the scene?
Oh, really? Okay.
She will say yeah or nay.
Okay.
But as soon as she shows up,
money starts to flow.
Yeah, yeah, payday.
Okay. So you definitely want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and she was trying to basically tell me that at the end of the day, you're in a lot of hats right now on St. Croix. But, in our wall, the executive producer that you're claiming to be, they're the one with all of the money. They're the one who does hire the director, yeah. They does hire everything. Everybody. They just sign the checks and work is done.
Right. Okay.
So you gotta understand what it is you calling yourself. So
but she have to understand that too, that you are a local man that just coming up too, and
true.
You understand me? So you got to wear these hats until you establish yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you, was this something that you saw as a youth man coming up that you envisioned yourself doing, or this was just something that just spurred on you?
To be honest with you, like I was raised to like walk. Growing up.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather was in the military.
Yes.
My mother was in the military. My father was in the military. So growing up is like I know, okay, I got to go to college, get a job. I can't be the oddball.
Yes,
you
sir.
know. So I decided to go military.
Okay.
After a semester at college, I was like, look, I'm ready to make some money. Let me just do 4 years in the Marines.
Right.
I picked the Marines because I said, well, I tried to build my resume.
Right.
Now back then, it's like you gotta be some computer CIS degree to make your $40,000 a year, and back in those days, coming out of school, I was trying to I was running from foreign language and all of these high level math classes.
Yes.
So I was trying to take the classes where the major, like criminal justice, where I don't have to take all these stuff I trying to run away from.
From.
So I did 4 years in the Marines, and I remember the first time taking acting seriously was when I got injured. I broke my leg, and I was like in a cast, and that's all I could do. I would stay in my room and just watch movies.
In the military, you were in the military at the
Yeah,
time?
at the time I was in the military, so
Alright.
I will be just watching all these movies, and I will be like, you know what, I could do this, but I ain't really thinking like taking it on as serious,
yes.
because I got time on my head.
Yes.
I can't go no place. I just stuck in my room watching movies.
Right.
And then I remember a time I went to after I healed up, I went to Austin, Texas to visit an uncle of mine, and 6th Street nighttime. The street is got a lot of things going on, and I see this door. I walk by this door that has said, we having auditions for this movie, walk-ins accepted. So that kind of show me in certain places, if you have a little guts, walk in and try.
Right, yes.
And there you have it.
Yes,
but back then at the time, it was just like flash starts, nothing serious.
Okay.
And of course when I got out the military, the next step was find a job.
Right.
Get a job, get back to work, and then years later, after some employment opportunities didn't go well, and then reading the Bible, and then study Bible, and then ran into the dangers of the tongue, and then said, well, let me try this movie thing out.
Okay.
So I guess the military, they play a good part, because in the military, sometimes you got to be ready to things will change in a second.
That's right. That's right.
Certain things happen next, you in charge.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you can't you train to get things done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you have to do. You can't make excuses. You can
yeah.
just get it done.
Just go forward
what I
and
mean?
deal with it. Yeah.
So I was really I glad that I did those 4 years.
Right.
Very beneficial as far as about taking time seriously. Taking position seriously. And of course, I think the most important thing about the service, and I think I had it before I went to the military, was defend your troops. Look out for the people them under you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take care of them.
Yes, I.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. So you're working on, so you done one documentary and you're working on your second movie now. So is that second movie done, or is it you still
Currently in production.
okay? Still in production. Okay.
Yeah. Today in Sunny Isles, I met another actress, and I tried to cast somebody to play the lesbian role. That's like the main part. So whoever I select for that part, it's like a thorough interview.
Right.
What are you willing to do? What you're not willing to do?
Exactly.
Or whatever you're not willing to do, can I do some camera angles so people can perceive that you're doing it, but in reality you're not doing
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay. Like that type of thing.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I having fun with that too. But like I said, I'm gonna take my time with that, because that's a very important role, and I really want to.
So
did you put something like in the paper looking for an actress, or this is just like happening as you're out there?
Yeah, well, when I spend most of my time in Sunny Isles, I'm actually scouting.
Okay.
I'll meet people, and they'll say, yeah, send me a script.
Right.
I'll send them the script, and then they'll say I'm too busy, or you know what I mean. So I'm constantly gauging the community, and at a last resort, then I'll post the ad.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Screen Actor Guild members have a card So is that how that works? They get a card once you pay the dues. I guess, do they have a card?
Well, the little bit that the individual told me, her name is Patty Versar. I think starting off, you just give them a headshot. I guess you pay a fee, and then don't take my word 100%. It's just a little bit. I remember she telling me, and I think that puts you in the mix. I don't know, once you get accepted.
Yeah.
You know, the little bit I know, but of course, they're a union. Of course, unity is power.
Right.
They make sure once you're a part of the guild that when you call and stuff, you get taken care of.
Taken care of, yeah.
So there's a benefit of being in unions and guilds and stuff like that.
Yeah. So when you expect to have this second movie done?
I want to take my time with it. I said December.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, I try to show growth. From the first movie.
From the first movie.
Yeah, of course, I was doing it through my eyes, so everything looked great. No, it's like the more I film, the more the steady camera, the cut scenes, or try to enhance the audio levels.
Right.
And sound is very important.
Okay.
I realize that's a very important piece. I could have a scene where it's just me and you all talking, but then if I get a professional scorer, they will lace the background with some songs that is really
kind of really
cement the whole scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a big part of the movies too, is the sound that you're listening as the scenes are going on. Kind of draws you in a little closer to the whatever's happening in that particular scene. Yeah. So you said by December, and so anything else you done as far as like documentaries?
Well, for my nonprofit company, which is Admiral Cares, I started a documentary called "The Importance of Agriculture." Like as a filmmaker, if I'm always listening to the radio or out in the community and people are talking about agriculture, that's gonna prompt me as a filmmaker to use my talents and start to bring it to light.
Yeah.
The importance of agriculture. Why is agriculture important to our society? Of course, it produces the food you eat.
That's right.
Different things like that. So that's gonna be the first release for my non-profit company, which is Admiral Cares.
Okay.
Admiral, like in Admiral Cares.
Yeah. You got Admiral's Pavilion, and then to keep the tag, Admiral Cares.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So
that's coming soon. So what else you been dealing with these days? You talk about the distribution as the next step. Talk a little bit about that, and is that like selling out your trunk, just hustling? I mean.
Yeah. So far, I just want to let the community know that I really really taking good care of the production. Even though the movie's been out almost 2 years,
right,
I will still go out and come home empty-handed. And of course I have the horse racing documentary, stuff like that. Recently I decided to put like a greatest hits together of my first set of music videos that I did with Hugo Rankin, 6 a Million, Culprit, and Messiah. Because I understand that not everybody is different markets.
Right.
You have it on YouTube, but certain people ain't see your channel yet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And most of these artists, done gone on and kept their careers going.
Yes.
So this is that production, like, kind of get everybody up to par who ain't know about them yet.
Yeah. So there's a video for each of those artists on that?
Correct.
Okay.
And what I did, I just rehashed it where I would do like an up-to-date interview talking about the production experience.
Okay.
Like each one have their different artistic value.
Right.
And they say, hey, like for instance, for 6 a Million shoot Hurts Inside, he just put me in a hotel room and said we're gonna shoot the whole thing in this hotel room. You know what I mean? And I got custom of going all over the place and getting footage. He like, no, just in this hotel room. But the concept was so strong, and he had his partner and them with him, you know, and he's supposed to be in a gloomy state because he going through a breakup in a relationship. It was you know, I felt I met the challenge.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so now the thing with distribution is, you know, like I said, there's a lot of companies, you know, opening the doors, you know, and there be times where I decide not to take a deal, because sometimes it seems like one big pyramid. One big pyramid. When you think you know you don't spend that, they're gonna, you know, give everything to you. You know, they might be like, look, what we're gonna do is, you know, we like your trailer. You know, give us your movie. We'll put it on our platform, and hopefully Lionsgate will see it. So I said, wait a minute, you know what, you know, I ain't here, and of course I don't want to sound like money hungry,
but
I'll bring it up, you know, what's going on, you know, do you treat every movie like this? Does the producer get something up front?
Right.
You know? And one of them was like, we'll give you $1,000. I like, when? You know, up front, and then what happens in 6 months? So I get next $1,000. You know what I mean?
Yes, I.
And you know, that type of conversation, if they're not giving me like direct feedback, I might like shy away.
Right,
like,
right.
okay, I'll think about it. But guess what? Like 6 months will pass, and I say, you know, Ramon, you look how quick them 6 months pass. If you'd have, you know, just give it a try, you'd have had $1,000.
Come now again.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you know, this is just the beginning for my company.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I say, you know what? I might, you know, after this month, after I get legal representation, I might be more reluctant to just sign in and line and fly, because I have more stuff to work on anyway. It's not like this gonna be like the only one, and I got to cradle it and
hold on to it and guard it.
Eventually, I can just.
So are there like major distributors here, or are you dealing like a lot of this on the phone, or are there people here that are distributors?
On St. Croix?
Yeah, on St. Croix, yeah.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Like me, I do, you know, by the hand, like how we met.
Yes.
Right. You know, and of course the stores, like, you know, each store owner have the way of doing things. I'm not big on consignment. You know.
Okay.
And you know, I've had store owners come to me and say, hey, you know, why don't you take your flyer and put it up in the window? You know what I mean? So I will tell them, okay, hold that thought. I want it ready, and I got a budget. And they be like, no, just while you waiting, just give me a post, I'll put it up. You know what I mean? But you know, when you really trying to make a bang for your buck, it's like, you know, the movie's been out 2 years.
Right.
It's like, I want to customize something. Let me put a different type of a thing, eye catching scene of the movie,
right.
and turn it into a big poster where the new people that ain't see it yet, you know, they will come and check it out. But as we speak, I'm talking to a Caribbean distributor, you know, and they verbally told me that you're gonna get a non-exclusive contract for the film. That's what they said verbally, and then when they find print come, it said exclusive. So I say, you know what, I'm gonna just pass then, since this thing could be tricky.
Right.
I just take my time and get some legal
advice
help,
and counsel.
the way that can reinforce, you know.
So they tried to trick you, in a sense.
You know, so that kind of say, you know what, let me just take my time and wait until I get some legal help.
To further understand what's going on there, yeah.
And I got to once again give credit to EBV, Entrepreneurship Bootcamp for disabled veterans. They're like my protectors, you know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They gave me 2 grants for my small company, and with those grants I was able to pay local professionals to either build my equipment or help me get my equipment.
Nice.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
and then I always stay in abreast with them. You know, they help me set up my non-profit company.
Okay.
You know, so I might call on them again to see what's going on with these
for this next movie here.
These distributors.
Yes, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I realize you know, in this business you got to have protection and you know, enough respect to military, you know, taking good care of me. I've been discharged since 2003, and they're still supporting me. So enough respect to the Department of Defense.
Okay.
Okay.
Semper Fi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So, and then you just did this video, right? This with these four. You said 6 a million and some others, right?
Oh yes. Atmos Pavilion Motion Pictures Greatest Hits, Volume 1, Synchro Musical Renaissance Movement. You know, we have a talent pool of a lot of good artists.
Yes.
You know, a lot. There's some of them that I even have got to put in.
Okay.
You know, for different reasons. But you know, Hugo Rankin, you know, he helped me produce my first video for the movie,
Okay.
which is Old Woman. You know, and then of course we did our next song, Where Is Ranks. I was able to add a little. To me, it was like humor when you know you got police looking for people, walking around with pictures trying to identify people, you know, and people are like, no, I don't know who's that. You know what I mean? To me that I had fun producing that.
Right.
Okay.
You know, yeah, and you know, Culprit, you know, it was a deep song. You know, at the time I was working at Channel 8, so we did the shoot right outside Channel 8, and the song is it's just another murder. He was really speaking some wisdom.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
You know, you rather rob somebody and shoot them down rather than point yourself in a zone where you just look at 9 to 5.
Yes.
You know,
And
stuff like
create
that.
your own hustle. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Yeah.
you know, that was a very strong thing. And lately, he was in a VI Idol.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, and as far as distribution is concerned, like you asked me, I had an next side project called Admiral's Diva. You know, you could look for it on Facebook. And what I intended to do with that was, you remember back in the day, where I think they still do it. You remember Jet magazine?
Yes.
They had the Beauty of the Week.
Yes.
I decided to do like a video version. You know, where
Okay.
I'll take a model and exploit her body with a camera.
Yes.
You know, and then ask her questions about her likes and dislikes and relationships.
Okay.
What has
Okay.
you know, stuff like that. You know, and turn it into like a little 2 to 3 minute piece.
Okay.
So, you know, at first it started off strong with that, and then it kind of died down. You know, and then recently, this is what I like about stock footage. You know, you might put something together, but it's not ready.
Mm.
The timing is not right. And then recently there was like a competition where this National Black Programming Agency was awarding $150,000 for different productions.
Okay.
So I was like, well, Admiral's Diva, you know, it's kind of done. It fits that. I was gonna do a web series, and you know, I competed for it. You know, asked for $50,000, and I was so confident I was gonna get it, because that was just to get a pilot.
Right.
A pilot is like,
Yeah, the first.
yeah, and I don't have technically two pilots already. If you want
Okay.
to be technical, I don't have two divas already.
Right, right.
So I figure, well, if they don't see that this ain't a pie in the sky,
Yeah, yes,
this
it's
guy
something that
already
you're
did
doing
He
it.
did it
You're
already.
doing it,
The
right.
Facebook page is there. So if I get this 50,000, you know, I really could go to a talent key and recruit more divas,
Yes, I.
and you know, have a lot of fun and make some money, and of course upgrade the production.
Okay.
You know, so that was like my New Year's resolution,
Okay.
because I could make movies. You know, as a producer, I got to maximize and getting paid to make the movie.
That's the
Yeah.
key.
Either
That's the
gain a
key.
grant or maybe try product placement. You know, so that's what's going on in 2015.
Okay.
You know what I mean, find a way to capitalize
Capitalize, yes.
and making money for your productions.
Right.
Okay. So if we got some young person listening and want to be a producer actor, what would you say to them? I mean, starting out, I mean, what would you say to them?
Pick up your camera and just start filming.
Okay.
You know, anything, whatever comes to your mind, film it. Of course, eventually, you know, once you have your storyboard and your outline, you know, that's like your guide to follow. But you know, just take a camera and pick it up and shoot it. you know, and actually I repeat in this, you know, because this is what other filmmakers have said to me when I YouTube them, you know, and they'll be like, look, there ain't no right or wrong way to do this thing.
Just
at least pick up your camera and try.
Yes, sir.
Then of course you make changes, you make corrections, but at least you're already attempting.
Yeah,
you're already in the business.
You know? Yeah. So is this like, I guess in a sense, big business here in the Virgin Islands? You know, doing producing movies. I mean, is it like lots of competition? You know, in a sense.
You know, I glad you bring that point up, Mr. Christian, because before the movie even got on any footage, I was doing a script. You know, I love history. I'm a fan of history.
Right.
So I would go to Blockbuster when Blockbuster was up and running and get inspirational videos. You know what I mean? See what Ice Cube have to say. See what LL Cool J had to say. And a lot of them, you'd be surprised. They're like God-fearing type of people. You know what I mean? Let go and let God. You know, and then, you know, getting back to what you were saying about you know the island. I read Russell Simmons' book. A book by Russell Simmons called Do You. And he said one of the rules to entrepreneurship is a golden rule, and that golden rule is your location. There's some people that might have the best idea or might have super talent, but the location will never, where they're at is for what they're doing, it doesn't fit.
In one manifest.
So I said, okay. So now that I there on my island doing a movie, I can't be kicking rocks if me and a millionaire.
Right.
Somebody before me that master entrepreneurship don't lay the blueprint. He said, if you into movies, you got to eventually find yourself someplace in Los Angeles. If you into clothing design, eventually you got to find your place. He even gave the address to certain places in New York.
Yes.
Because that's where the
fashion
the agents are.
Right.
You know. So I said, okay, you know, every once in a while somebody could come along and be an exception to the rule.
Right.
So the internet is like my bridge. I do plan on traveling, but it'll probably be like on some business already, you know, because competition is steep. You go to LA, you'll be surprised. You might see some people on the set that's delivering food, but you look at their portfolio. They got some amazing things going on. They're not saying they're going through their rut.
Exactly.
So I don't want to go in there and be a part of the rut. I want to go over there like, look, I don't got a movie already. You know, can we work a deal? Or or I come over here to shoot this scene. Snickers is already paying for it.
Yes.
Yeah. You know. So basically, on a whole, we got Harela Goodwin. You got myself. You have Miss Bermudez.
Bermudez, right?
Yeah,
yes.
You know, so eventually, if we keep this up, the government might look towards us, and we could eventually be a mini Hollywood.
Right, definitely.
Eventually.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, man. So our guest tonight is Ramon Richardson. He is a Virgin Islands movie producer. Has produced 2 movies so far, right? One definitely done and working on the second one.
Correct.
Maybe a couple others in the mix there as well. One documentary that's already out on the street. Traxico is the name of it?
The Life at Traxco.
Life at Traxico, okay. You got that flyer, right? Yeah, just stick that up there. So that's the flyer there.
This is Life at Traxco.
There it is right there, man.
This one you could Google. You could Google this and you could be able to download and stream it and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, back when this was before Traxco, this was when I was trying to get in the cockpit. I'm a big
Kill
fan
or
of,
Be Killed? Yeah.
Yeah, Kill or Be Killed, Volume 1. That's when years ago, I was trying to find a market into the cockpit. I wasn't too successful. I had a lot of fun, so I decided since we have a market for this, let me go ahead and put this out for the cockfighters.
Right.
Okay.
No, there was a website up for Dangers of the Tongue, but some things happened with my web hosting company, and I decided to take it down just for now.
Okay.
While I'm working on some stuff. But you can always Facebook me, Ramon Richardson. Send me an email, and I'll make sure I get it out to you.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. And then you guys. Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay, man. So one of the things that we have to ask you is that anything that you need to say, want to say about what you're doing. Maybe we forgot to ask you a particular question. Anything that you want to say real quick about the movie producing,
what you do in general.
Yeah, anything you want to say?
I just
Email, phone number, where you could be reached, anything,
Yeah, my email is Admiral's Pavilion Motion Pictures at gmail.com. Send me any inquiries if you have any artists out there who thinking about doing their first cameo, their first video. Hit me up. I could see if I could make your dreams a reality. I know a lot of times when I always big up them as bro. I like to break up Cherise Williams. She's my general manager at Truck School.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing an excellent job. Big ups to Cherise.
Okay.
And once again, all of the actors and actresses who gave me the benefit of the doubt and played a part in my first movie. I still working hard to make sure I could keep this thing going.
Okay.
And I was having fun. Thank you, St. Croix. It's fun to kind of start, live your dream, and stay humble and have fun with it.
Right.
That's it, man. That's it right there. So our guest tonight is Ramon Richardson. He's a local Virgin Islands movie producer. He's got a few movies, one already out, one working on another one. He's got 2 documentaries out already, and no more documentaries, right? Or there may be some stuff coming up.
Yeah, I have VI Street Speaks.
Okay.
I might turn that into like a last scroll step. I think like it was some footage I rediscovered.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because I started to shoot a lot of stuff with that, and I misplaced the footage.
Okay.
But actually, I ran into some people and they secured it for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They say, hey, it ended up over here, and this person hand by mistake. You probably forgot it over here.
Okay.
Just reach out to me. We'll give it back. So I'm like, good. Now that I got that back, I might just put a twist to it.
Okay.
And reintroduce it as like the last tips.
Okay.
This I wanted to put out a time back, but I lost this stuff, and here it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, man. So I guess tonight's Ramon Richardson, local movie producer here in the Virgin Islands, man. Thank you for coming out and blessing us with some time and sharing, what you're doing with the community here, Virgin Islands and worldwide.
All right.
Before you know it, you'll be huge.
Yeah, man, having fun with it.
Yeah, having fun, and he's out there doing his thing. So Soup, man, any final words, man?
Ramon, again, thank you again for coming out. Continue to do what you're doing. I know this is not an easy task. Just keep up the works, my brother. Rastafari lives, one perfect love.
Yeah, man, and we like to say one perfect love is our prayers and his blessings. When you put it all together, you get one perfect love. So real quick, man, I just want to say that this is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, some Fridays, some Saturdays, even some Sundays at 8 p.m. Our number here is 340-201-9005. Our website, most importantly, is streaming live from the VI.com. Link us up. We'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. It's a big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a big day. Yeah. It's a big day tomorrow. Matter of fact, in just about 3 hours, it's a big day. So we'll leave it at that. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
Good night.